be here. Thank you for being here. We're here doing the Motley Brew Show. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Another Friday night and the mics are hot. The Brew Show boys are ready to rock. With Shaun Porter, Brad, and me, exposing the traitors for all to see. The Brew Show, the Brew Show,
the Motley fucking Brew Show,
the Brew Show, the Brew Show,
a Motley fucking crew show, a very fucking crew show.
No one is safe from the wrath of these guys. Fuck around, find out, totally applies. It's the only podcast banned by the Senate. Shaun Porter said cunt. Oops, that's an edit. The Brew Show, the Brew Show,
the Motley fucking Brew Show,
the Brew Show, the Brew Show,
a Motley fucking crew show, a very fucking crew show.
Got it.
What's up, Aldos?
Hey, laddie, what's going on, dude?
I don't know.
Here's me and you again, man. What's
Yeah.
up? Where is it? Where are the other guys at? What's going on?
It's Friday night and the mics are hot. It's
Yep, the Brew Show
Aldos
boys
and
are-
Laddie, but Feek and E not.
Yeah. But we do have a very special guest for you guys tonight, man. You guys might have seen this guy. His name is Shaun Porter. He's on YouTube, and he's got these videos where he goes into school board meetings and town hall meetings. I think he's in Maryland. He's somewhere in the East Coast. He goes into school board meetings and school board meetings, and he just destroys these people, man. And you know why? Because they fucking deserve it. So, yeah, check this guy out, Shaun Porter.
Yeah, he's always peeved about keeping the trannies out of the school.
Yeah, and other things of them stealing money and running shit terribly and calling them retards and shit, dude. It's so great.
You know what, dude? This is right up your alley because we're gonna have somebody else other than Al do some ranting about stuff.
Yeah, this is gonna be my night to finally rant on the Brew Show politics because we don't do that too much. But tonight we're going to, so it's gonna be a little bit different. I'm sure we'll throw some dick jokes in there at some point. So we're gonna get going here. What are you drinking, laddie?
Oh yeah, boom! Look at that. This is the lightning round. This will be quick. I got the 1792 small batch bourbon, so I've got me like a little old fashioned. I got my orange, little cherry, little soda in there. This is like the low country old fashioned, the low fashion.
Nice. That old man old fashioned. Nice, dude. Yeah, I got my staple. I got the Tito's and the the lime seltzer water. So, all right, how about you got anything else before we get Shaun on here?
No, let's dial him up.
Yeah. We're going to go get Shaun, and then we'll be right back.
Be right back. Motley Brew Show.
All right, so we're back, and we have our guy, Shaun Porter. What's going on, Shaun? Welcome to the Motley Brew Show.
Well, thanks for having me. Not much is going on. Obviously, it's still winter. We're waiting for that to pass by, but we are getting into election season. I just announced a local candidate, Shaun Flaherty, for House of Delegates, District 2B here in Hagerstown, Maryland. Beautiful place. And he's actually a city councilman now, but he's trying to go to Annapolis and serve us better at the state level. So he just announced this morning exclusively on Shaun Porter's Facebook page.
Nice.
So I got the honor for that. But yeah, we're close to the deadline for everyone having to announce, which is Tuesday evening, 8:30 is the latest anyone can file to run for our local elections here in our gubernatorial election cycle, which culminates with our 2026 November general election. So we're in a Republican county, so the primary is the only thing that matters. So the only thing I care about is the June 23rd primary, because the Republicans are going to win. It's just a matter of which Republicans at the county level are going to win. And then statewide, usually the Democrat wins. That's why we have Governor Wes Moore, who is polluting our Potomac River as we speak with his, it's not BS, it's HS, human stuff that's flowing into our Potomac now. So
Yeah, they're letting shit go right into the river, man.
you know what? If you knew how dirty municipal water was, you wouldn't take a bath in it.
Yeah, that sucks, man. So
Yep.
I'm in Chicago, and Brad is in Hilton Head, South Carolina. We're all from Chicago. There's four of us that usually do this show together, but tonight it's just the two of us and you. And we're all from Chicago. We all went to school together and shit like that. And now we're spread out all over the place. But here in Chicago, man, I don't have to tell you about Chicago. You know what it's like here in Chicago, man. It's a fucking hellscape, man.
Yeah, vote early, vote often. That is the Chicago motto.
And as many
Yeah.
times as you can.
Absolutely. Yep.
Well, hopefully with the SAVE Act, that's all going away, man.
I mean,
You know?
I hope so. Our justice system is a little bit messed up. The Supreme Court today just said that Trump's tariffs are not legal, which, I mean, that's ridiculous. Why would we want to pay when we can make the Chinese?
Yeah. Well, one of the judge that Trump put in, I can't forget it. I can't think of his name right now. Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh just roasted the other judges, saying he's got all kinds of powers that he can use here. You guys are full of shit. So it's not over, man.
I mean, that's the truth. Our Supreme Court, we've got Justice Roberts, who they must have compromising dirt on Roberts.
Yeah.
That guy is a sellout and a traitor to the people,
Yeah.
a violator of his oath to the Constitution. And
Absolutely.
honestly, we could do without that guy. At least with the liberal justices, we know where they stand. But with Roberts, sometimes he does the right thing, and then other times it looks like someone had to make a visit to him to get him to push through Obamacare and say it's a tax and not a law. What I forget exactly what loophole he did. He said it was a tax and not a mandate, or some garbage nonsense to try to make Obamacare last, and it still turned into a mutant disappointment to the citizens who thought that it would help them. I mean, I knew from the get-go it was communism wrapped up as healthcare. It's redistribution of wealth at its worst. And I knew that, but a lot of idiots didn't until their health insurance went up instead of going down.
Yeah, Obama, you'll get to keep your doctor, you get to keep your plan. You're gonna save $2,500. Nothing. It's nothing like that. It's terrible, dude.
Well, remember,
it's terrible.
So socialism is great, and you get all sorts of nice stuff, but eventually you run out of other people's money. That's the problem with socialism, which, by the way, is identical to communism. There's no difference between the two of them. You're both going to starve, and you're both, under both systems of government, you're going to die at the barrel of a gun. That's a saying. Power comes at the barrel of a gun. That's a Chinese saying. I believe Mao used to say that.
Mao. Yep.
Yeah. So communism, socialism, Democrat. Politics, same thing these days. All we have is, conservatism or socialism. The Democrats are not even pretending to not be socialists. They're outright communists and socialists, transgender warriors and redistributionists wrapped up under the party of Kennedy, which today it is not. It doesn't resemble what the Democrat Party was. Even during Bill Clinton, when he was getting all those blowjobs from Monica, it's morphed into a bunch of freaks. They don't represent the average American, let alone the majority of Americans, and that's why they're doomed to lose elections unless they can import ignorant voters from other countries and give them free stuff at our expense and manipulate and bribe them to vote Democrat. That's their last saving grace, and Trump is just destroying it. And that's why they're going after DHS funding as we speak.
Yep.
Shaun's speaking so close to Washington, D.C. Whoever talks like this, Washington, D.C.
I better watch for bullets. I better duck.
Yeah, that's another thing, man. Holy shit. So, man, let's get into your meetings that you go to. You're going to town hall meetings and also school board meetings, right?
Yeah, I go to county commissioner meetings, town
Okay.
council meetings, and school board meetings. And I use them as a platform to, redress my grievances and petition my government. And the school boards literally think that here's my thought. My thought is that when the Nuremberg trials were over in 1946, those people that did not get hung went to start school boards across the state of Maryland because they're all Nazis. And you go there for your right to expose the government's stupidity using our glorious First Amendment rights since 1791. And then the next thing you know, there's some little 4'11" sheriff's deputy dragging you out of the public meeting because you said something that didn't please the crown. And
Was that? Oh, go ahead.
so that
I'm sorry.
happens with Frederick County Public Schools in Frederick County, Maryland. That happens almost 100% of the time. The last time I went in, they got so humiliated by Crowder that they wouldn't
Yeah.
stop me from saying my anti-trans stuff because the trans agenda is make-believe. It's like having a ghost agenda representing the ghost students that need help.
It's just a mental illness.
We need to protect the feelings of ghosts that are students here at the school. I mean, they don't exist. There's no such thing as a trans person. If you can name me one person that transitioned from a man to a woman or a woman to a man, please feel free to let me know. Okay, it's never happened in the history of humanity. All right, great. So it's fake. It's made up nonsense. It's just a bunch of genital mutilation and chemical castration. And the taxpayers in the state of Maryland are actually required to pay for it out of Medicaid for children under the age of 18 without parental consent, which, by the way, the Ninth Circuit just recently struck down in California. California school systems ability to deny parents information about their children's gender identity or transitioning status. The Ninth Circuit, the most loony circuit there is, said you cannot do this. This is not the function of the school board. You can't transition someone's kid while they're at school. But here in Maryland, we're in the Fourth Circuit, and the challenges haven't made it to that level to where we have a decision or an injunction to stop them from doing it. So our school board literally is requiring criminal background checks in order to enter the building of an open public meeting. So if you want to go to a football game at a high school, you can just walk right in, pay $3 and go and observe a football game. If you want to go to an open public meeting where you're constitutionally guaranteed the right to attend an open public meeting, observe government, peaceably assemble, and your right to redress of grievances during public comment, you need to go through a criminal background check and you need to surrender your state issued ID. They won't accept.
I saw your little clip with that, and a couple of them. The first guy there was like deer in the headlights because you were telling him like what the deal is.
So that gentleman, his name is Mr. Lebo, and he makes $250,000 a year. And his job is actually to buy land for schools. So I don't know why he works the front desk for school board meetings, but he does. And he has literally changed his story every single time I've been there.
But
meanwhile,
they weren't willing to let you guys in there without doing the background check.
And you totally hammered them, dude. You fucking hammered them over that shit. And hey, by the way, that one cop that that escorted you out, was that the one that you called a pipsqueak when you walked past him?
Pipsqueak is sheriff's deputy, Frederick County Sheriff's Office Deputy Turner is Pipsqueak. And then Rupenthal, he corrected me. He's a captain now. Captain. I'm doing the Hitler salute thing here. He's a captain in charge of violating civil rights at school board meetings. Captain Rupenthal, first name Bart. Actually supposed to be a nice guy that agrees with me ideologically, but when he goes to work, he puts on those giant boots and starts stepping around.
Man.
Throws people out for doing nothing wrong other than going to the open public meeting that they pay for.
Shit.
Yeah, dude. Me and my wife watched like every single video you had one night. During the week, we just sat down. We had a couple drinks. We went through your whole catalog, dude. I never laughed so hard because I feel exactly the way you do. And man, I gotta say, you have balls of steel, and you bring the receipts, which a lot of people don't. And it's just impressive to watch you hammer these people. You call them fucking idiots and all kinds of shit, dude. You called
I'm
the
an
cop a
honest
fucking
I'm an
yeah. Go
honest
ahead.
guy to a fault. I can't help but let them know that they're communist scumbags. And I'll be honest with you. Arguing with someone from the Board of Ed is like arguing with a child with learning disabilities,
Yes.
because honestly, they have
That's why
room
we like
temperature
this.
room temperature IQs, all of them. And there's a saying, and let me give it to you this way. The saying is, those who can do, and those who can't do, teach. And
Teach.
those who can't teach work for the Board of Ed.
Yes.
That's
I was gonna
awesome.
say those who can't teach Jim. That was from
I,
school around.
my
That was
my
from school
favorite
around.
class. My favorite
Yeah,
class.
me too, man. Me too, man.
So
For
Yeah.
basically,
sure.
folks, Shaun Porter is going to all these school board venues and he's basically doing stand up. He's doing stand up and he's just tweaking all of you. You know
It's
what? If we
it
were in your
is
neck of the woods, we'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna go hang out. There's such and such meeting. Shaun's going out at 7:30 tonight.
Well, I got to be
so
honest with you. Um, I get the audience so pissed off at me, it's not even funny. I was giving a speech at our conservative school board in Washington County, the neighboring county to Frederick County. My son goes to school in one county, but he starts his day in another one. It's a weird situation. I'm not really going to go into
ah,
it. But
okay.
long story short, I went to that school board meeting, Washington County Public Schools, to stand up for the conservative board that is cleaning house of all the dirtbag communists, like our communist superintendent, who was actually sued by the families of 48 different disabled children in a class action lawsuit in a U.S. District Court for violating their civil rights. Well, that guy's gone. The
Good.
legal staff is gone. These are people that enabled the whacked out loony school board to try and finagle the law to do horrible things to our children. The whole legal department's gone. The old school board, we got them all voted out of office. I just kept going into school board meetings and hammering them and getting
Oh,
millions of views every single month of reading the pornography books to them in seductive manners. Like I took Stan Stauffer and I read the book and I'm like, and then I got Stan up on all fours and I slid into him from behind
yeah,
as
I seen
Stan
all that, man.
mode. And so I
See,
changed the names in the books to the board members that I didn't like, and I
oh,
exposed them.
yeah.
And then I would play video clips from a year earlier where they're defending the exact same book, saying it's appropriate for middle school
Uh,
kids, and it's totally not. And
Wow.
and
no.
so I was just there, and the audience, I was turning around and I was saying, if you want better pay raises, maybe you should vote Republican, because Governor Moore cut the funding to our school system every year he's been in office, and placed the burden on the counties because Governor Moore is a Democrat and he's spending all the money in Annapolis. So I just turned around and told him, I was like, yeah, maybe y'all should vote Republican. And they're hissing and they're shaking their head and they're making all these reactions. So it's really quite comical when I get up there, because some of the audience, they hate me so much because of what I believe in and what I say, that they will literally try to attack me when I'm done or shout me down while I'm talking. They'll come up to the podium and try to beat me up.
Yeah,
I had a
yeah, I've
fat
seen
lady.
it.
Yeah.
The Karen with the big glasses. You go, hey, what are you gonna
Yeah.
hit me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will give them a few swings, head start on me, and let them assault me for no reason other than disagreeing with me politically,
Yeah.
and let them prove my point that the left is a bunch of violent, deranged, ill-behaved, ill-mannered, dim-witted morons that couldn't make a cohesive statement if you paid them to do so. They chant meaningless garbage. We go to these anti-ICE protests with our Trump stuff, and they don't have any argument. They just say Trump's a pedophile. I'm like, can you tell me who it was that he
Yeah.
abused? Can you tell me when he was prosecuted? Can you please tell me when it happened? Can you please give me any information at all, other than a chant that you saw on CNN or something from Minnesota, and
Yeah,
they can never argue. They'll
never.
physically attack us.
They'll call you a bigot or a racist or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Who
I
cares?
mean,
I
remember,
thought it was okay. Go ahead.
facts are racist. History
Yeah.
is racism. And if you disagree with the liberals, you are either a misogynist, a racist, a bigot, a xenophobe, or a transphobe. Whatever it is that they feel that you could possibly be pigeonholed into being identified as. If you're a white dude, you're a racist. If you're a black dude, you're a misogynist. If you're a white woman that's conservative, you're a transphobe. You hate trans men because they look better than you do. And I mean, they say the dumbest stuff. And
Yeah.
I just keep videotaping them. And I could videotape for an hour, and then for 5 minutes they completely lose their mind. And that's what I'll put on the internet. And I'll just say, look, evil finally reveals itself at some point. You just got to make sure you're recording when it does, so that you can expose what they're really all about to the world. Is that
Yeah.
they're mean, hateful psychos that hate their parents. They're rebelling against their parents by going out saying Trump's the devil and having these anti-ICE protesters. And they're just mad because Trump is their daddy.
Yeah, for sure. Oh man.
Don't you want to
I
go to
don't
like a football game with this guy?
Oh yeah, dude. Dude, I
Well,
want to
you know
go
what?
hang out with
I
you,
got
man.
a question for you. Seeing that you show up at a couple of your things with your Washington Capitals,
Yep.
are you in like the Baltimore or DC like area?
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm just outside of DC in Western Maryland, so I would identify as a Capitals fan, and actually an Orioles fan for baseball, because obviously the Nationals are a fake team. We had the Washington Senators; they
Yeah.
fled. You know,
The senators all fled. That's about to
yeah,
happen too, by the way. With the
yep.
Epstein shit that's coming out, they are gonna flee, dude. They're gonna
Well,
flee right to fucking prison, Guantanamo
I'm
Bay.
I'm loving the fact that so many people in Hollywood and so many executives and the Goldman Sachs chief counsel are losing their jobs, resigning in
Yeah.
disgrace, fleeing the country. Ellen DeGeneres apparently eats babies. I don't even know what's true. All I know is I'm enjoying the shit show because it's all
Yeah.
Democrats.
And you know what's weird? All of Hollywood, boy, do they love pizza, and do they love to tell you how much they love pizza.
I'm
It's
still trying to
incredible,
figure
man.
out what grape soda is, because personally I love grape soda, so I'm kind of pissed off that they're ruining the good name of grape soda.
I think I'm not sure, but I've heard through people I follow on X that grape soda is adrenochrome. That's what I've heard.
what?
Ah, yeah.
Brad, you don't know what adrenochrome is?
No, when you said grape soda, I thought you were gonna bash on black people like Feek does with the grape soda.
No,
No, no,
no.
no. I think so. We know that hot dogs are little boys, pizza slices are little
Oh, the
girls, but
code words. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but
Okay.
pizza in general, I think just means kids.
Oh,
You
right.
know,
So
Didn't Hillary and John Podesta go to like the certain like pizzeria parlor, or that was like their little
yeah, it was Comet Pizza ping pong there. They play ping pong down there. Oh boy, we got some sick people, guys, that run this whole world, man. Oh my God, dude. It's I woke up after finding out when the Epstein shit dropped and finding out that Hollywood, I always kind of knew this, but if you say it, everyone says you're crazy. Like my wife thinks I'm a conspiracy theorist. Now she says, dude, you were fucking right about everything. We're finding out that yeah,
and then after
finally,
that
it's
she'll
been
correct herself
years.
and say almost everything.
Yeah, almost everything. But we're finding out through these drops, these Epstein drops, that Hollywood is doing satanic rituals with kids. They're not only killing them and other things, but they're also they're eating them. They're freaking eating them, dude. And the adrenochrome, Brad. If you guys don't know, adrenochrome is it has to be with kids no later than like 8 years old. So the adrenal gland in your body when you get adrenaline. Okay, so what they do is they scare the living shit out of these kids, scare them to the max. It makes their adrenal gland produce this shit called adrenochrome. They drink their blood and it makes them young for a little while. Like their skin gets young for a little bit. Like you could tell with Hillary, because sometimes she looks young and then sometimes she looks like an old potato face, and the next time you see her, she looks young again. That's because that's what they're doing, dude. It's real
Well,
pro,
I don't
man.
know if you
And
remember.
every Wednesday she wakes up, or every hump day she wakes up passed out on the kitchen floor with her own dried vomit and the Chardonnay.
Yes.
The Chris Plant.
Yeah, Chris Plant. Go ahead,
Chris Plant,
Sean.
Chris Plant is very funny. I met him one time.
Yeah,
He
I love him.
he does not like my banners. In 2022, I had a giant banner across the Capitol Beltway on the Bradley Boulevard Bridge that overpasses 495 going into Virginia from Bethesda. And it said, Democrats can suck my dick in 2022. And it had,
Oh yeah.
it had my face, it had my phone number, it had a YouTube logo, and I parked my lifted truck behind it, and I was standing on the roof, parked on the side of the road on this bridge, waving a 20-foot flagpole with a "fuck Biden" flag while dressed up like a green Care Bear, smoking a 64 gauge cigar all day, waving it. And people would see, and they were stopping traffic, and the helicopters are circling over. And every time I did it, I stopped traffic. I did it 8 times in the 2022 election cycle up until the day before the election. And basically, the people would call the phone number. They'd be stuck in traffic, and they'd be like, "Are you the guy with the flag?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." And they're like, and they start mouthing off. I said, "Well, take the exit, you bitch. Like, come on up, man." And they never
dude.
did. They never did. I was, constantly flicking off Priuses and Subarus that were passing under the bridge slowly, raising their fist at me and making other rude gestures. And I'm like, is that all you got? I got a 50-foot sign across your beltway, and you got to look at it. You can't do anything. So
that's so great, man.
Drive carefully.
Yeah, they would like put the cops would keep driving by, like every 20 minutes the cops would drive by to check on us. And when we first showed up, they tried to say we couldn't put signs up with bad language. So I videotaped the cop, and I like totally made fun of him for not knowing the First Amendment. And I was like,
you do that a lot, man. You do that a lot to the cops. It's great. You need to keep doing this, man.
They were just making sure you weren't like lobbing bricks and frozen bottled waters like you were protesters or something.
Yeah, conservatives don't do that.
We clean up when we're done with our protests. Yeah, it's spotless when we're done.
All right, I think this is a good spot here, Brad, to drop in. We're going to drop in a video of Shaun at one of his meetings. So, Brad, you go ahead and drop that in. All right.
Budget. I actually have a legislative prayer, so I'm going to form my statement in the form of a prayer. Dear Lord, please give this board full of morons the wisdom to spend less money on denying veterans access to public meetings and citizens access to public meetings, and spend more money on disabled children and children that need it. Please, Lord, allow these fucking morons to stop giving all of our money to stupid LGBTQ plus programs and pushing the transgender agenda on our students.
It's better.
Please, Lord, give these fucking idiots a clue.
Mr. Porter.
I'm sorry, you interrupting my prayer, sir? For what?
You didn't ask before about the decorum of this.
I'm sorry, my prayer is not subject to your approval, Mr. Rose. It's a legislative prayer. It's protected by the First Amendment.
You may continue, but
I'm going to continue with my prayer, sir.
What?
May God have mercy on Dean Rose's soul. He obviously doesn't have one. Please protect our children from these monsters who are trying to convert all of them into being transgender. Dear Lord, please protect our students from mass shooters who all tend to be transgender. And dear Lord, please allow these worthless motherfuckers to stop pushing transgender ideology on children. I'm sorry, you cut my speech off?
Yep, you're done.
You stopped my prayer because you didn't approve of the words in the prayer?
You're in violation of our policy.
What policy do you have on prayer?
Thank you.
What policy do you have on prayer? What words are illegal? You didn't provide a list of words. You didn't provide a list of words that I can't say before the meeting, sir.
Yes, he will list them. Away from the podium, please.
No, because it's my turn to speak. It's my time to speak. You didn't tell me what words I couldn't say. You didn't say fuck, faggot, queer, dyke,
enough.
motherfucker,
That's enough.
worthless piece of shit, cocksucker, commie, statist, pig,
Officer.
worthless fucking whore, sell out to the people, traitor to the Constitution, violator of civil rights.
This is a George Carlin bit?
And average, everyday Americans. You are a
Could you have
Republican pig, sir.
Could you
I
have
hope you lose your
Excuse me.
election. I didn't finish my speech. Oh, I appreciate it. I didn't finish. I was in the middle of a prayer. You're required me to leave?
You are required.
Are you threatening to arrest me if I don't leave the podium and don't finish my prayer?
I'm asking you to leave.
Okay, great. Escort me that way because my shit's over there. Pipsqueak.
All right, there you go. Shaun Porter in action. We will have some video for you guys. If you want to go right now, just go to where can we find you, Shaun?
Well, the best place to go to is Shaun Porter on Facebook. Look for the profile. It's SHAUN Porter, PORTER. Look for the profile with the MAGA hat. And I'm doing an interview with the news people last week. And just click follow and you can follow. I can't get any more friends requests. I'm maxed out for that, but it's a professional page. You click follow. You'll get every single alert every single time I post a new hilarious video or I post new dirt on local politicians that we dig up from public record or other sources. Basically nothing they do can stay private in this county anymore. We had a local politician tried to screw over a vendor for some novelty air fresheners. The vendor found me by looking up this John Barr guy's name, found me.
I've seen that.
Hey, tell me about this guy. And I told him what was going on. And he actually gave me a picture of the proof that he turned into air fresheners for these people to give to their children for Christmas. And it was like $139. And then they did a chargeback after saying that it was, received and was good to go and they were happy with it. And on Friday on the 13th, I sent an email shaming Commissioner John Barr. He's a rhino who voted for Governor Wes Moore, donated to Governor Wes Moore, who's a Democrat. He's running a Republican primary. He's toast. But basically, he got these stupid air fresheners with a picture of him in a snakeskin suit with his wife.
I've seen
made
it.
up, gave it to his kids, and then he stuck some poor guy in Oregon named George with the bill. So, how evil is that when you're worth $10 million and you can't pay $138 to give novelty gifts to your own damn children? Shame on you, John Barr.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. I seen that last night, man. I was just like, these people are just such scumbags, man. Jesus Christ.
Local politicians are too fucking stupid to make it to the national level. That's why they're local politicians. So you get the absolute worst of the worst in politics in local level politicians. And the lower you go on the totem pole, the dumber they are. I mean, essentially, there's a town called Keedysville where they don't even pay their politicians. They're all working for free. The mayor works for free, and all they do is make people's lives a living hell. They act like an HOA. They harass people about their fences, flags. In one town, they actually tried to steal someone's Antifa flag. And I obviously don't support Antifa because it means that you're, room temperature IQ if you support Antifa. But I support the right for people to fly whatever flags they want in their flag holders. And apparently, one of the councilwomen, whose name I won't mention, went over there, uninstalled the flag, took it off the pole, folded it up, and put it on the doorstep of this citizen because she disagreed with the politics of it. You can't go doing that. The audacity that you would go into a fenced-in front yard, walk up to someone's porch, take down a flag, and take off the message on that flag, which is this stupid Antifa flag, and then fold it up and leave it on someone's doorstep. Do you have any idea what I would do to someone if I caught them on my property doing that?
Lucky that didn't happen to them.
I mean, I don't have security cameras running for a reason. I don't want any evidence if I catch someone messing with my politics.
You don't want video of you beating the shit out of them in your front yard. I got you, man.
No,
hey, I keep a bat. Go ahead.
I have a giant 4x8 billboard at the end of the driveway, and it stays up there. No one messes with it. I change them out periodically, and no one messes with it. But my God, if I came down the driveway and I saw someone messing with it, it's on. I mean, I am going to make you regret stopping your vehicle to vandalize or steal my political property because my free speech is protected and my property is protected, by these two guns. I got a left gun, I got a right gun. And, by God, I'm just always looking for that opportunity to vent frustration from sitting in beltway traffic or dealing with my young son not wanting to go to bed or what have you. I would like nothing more than Antifa to come to my property.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
loaded up with guns over here, man. I mean, you got guns, I got guns. And I keep a bat by the front door just for the porch pirates because I want to so bad catch someone stealing a package off of my porch. I'm not going to shoot them, but I'm going to take a bat and I'm going to make it so they can't walk. So I'm hoping for that day, honestly.
Walking is overrated.
Yeah.
Put them in a
yes, it
wheelchair.
is.
Put them in a
Yep.
wheelchair.
Yeah. So, wow, man. Shit. I knew you were going to be a trip on here. Hey, by the way, how did you end up? I mean, a guy like you, I'm surprised you're not on like Joe Rogan's show. You end up on the Motley Brew show.
I
How does that happen, dude?
I don't even know. I don't give a damn. I just go do my thing. I post it on the internet. I move on to the next thing. I'm not really vainglorious. I'm not looking for a lifestyle or a career doing this. Some people play golf. I like to go after corrupt politicians.
Yeah, I love
My
it,
hobby.
dude. Have you been on any other podcasts?
I mean, like my footage has been aired on like the Greg Gutfeld show. I've been on like
Okay.
every newspaper in the world, the UK Daily Mail, the Telegraph, all that stuff. I'm a lot of Fox DC. I get on there all the time for mooning government officials, and they don't
I seen
understand how it's.
that.
Yeah, they don't understand it's First Amendment protected to show your bare ass to politicians.
Yeah, I seen you. You got arrested for that, didn't you?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Because I
Here's the
remember
thing.
there's two different. Okay, go ahead.
The news media, the only thing they get right is what time they're going to eat their lunch. They don't get any information right. So they post a picture of me at a city council meeting and say that it's a county commissioner meeting, and then they even identify the wrong counties and the wrong cities, and they say the wrong stuff. And I just don't care because any publicity is good publicity, especially when you're not paying for it.
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's
you're
true.
mooning somebody.
It's fun.
Yeah.
He's
I
They
seen
hate it.
I seen two videos. One, I looked like you actually pulled your pants down,
I
and then
did.
the second
always do.
one, yeah, I thought so. I'm like, he really
Yeah.
mooned them. And
Yeah.
then the second one, you faked like you did it, but you showed him your ass and shit.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
So,
that's so great, dude.
I always moon them. It's just sometimes I'll wear a hot pink man's swim bikini and a thong, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And
Oh,
I'll
shit.
write messages on my butt cheeks, and then they'll read it, and everyone will be like, "They're looking at his butt. They love it." And
Yeah.
it
you ever
backfires
do
on
like
them.
the tuck and give him like the fruit basket or like the sausage and meatballs?
You're going to jail if you do
That's
that.
Yeah,
You're going to
dude.
jail. Yeah. No, that's illegal.
all right.
That's illegal.
Wow.
You cannot show your genitalia. You can show anything else to them, but not your genitalia. And
Here's
sometimes
for you, trannies.
I have literally a pair of underwear that's just a giant moon on my butt. I'll moon them with
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And again, they're
Nice.
staring. They're staring at it. And the video is always great because it looks like all these people just love my butt. But sometimes I'll write like a phrase on there, like resign now, and they'll be
So,
like reading it.
yeah. Yeah, they're reading it, but it makes it look like they're staring at your ass. But that's genius, dude. Way to go, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Hey, I like when you when you get up there and you go, yeah, you say something about, yeah, you bring in all these trannies and you go, don't shoot me. I know you're don't shoot. And
That's
they
the
all
best
start
video.
booing you and shit. Yeah, I love that one, man.
That one
little
is
Karen
great.
gets up in your face and shit. And
Oh
you
yeah.
call that cop a twerp, dude? That's, oh my God, dude.
Yeah,
Oh
I
man.
I don't hold back. I mean, I'm literally just up there on stage, and these idiots are it's improv, and these idiots are just
Yeah.
coming up to me, giving me ammunition because they're attacking me, and they're like, "You just called me a cunt." I was like, "Bitch,
Yeah.
shut up! I told you I was going to use bad words."
Yeah. You
And
go at one. Keep going. Oh, dude.
Yeah,
You
see,
go up there
if
and
he
you go,
doesn't,
oh,
yeah, if
go
he
ahead, bro.
doesn't get a reaction, if it's like a quiet room and nobody's reacting, that's like when you bomb.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I like it when they want to attack me. I will talk trash on my way up to the podium or give people the finger just to get them mad at me so they'll start
Yeah.
engaging with me.
Reacting.
And
Yeah.
they fall for it every time. They're
Every
so
time.
dumb.
They walk
Yep,
into the trap every time, dude.
they
Trump
really
walks
do.
these Trump walks these people into traps every single day. It's every day they're walking in some Trump trap. It's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
remember, if it weren't for double standards, the left wouldn't have standards at all, as Rush
yeah.
Limbaugh used to say. And
Yeah.
you give
Chris
these
Plant
people,
says that too.
yes, and if you give these people a thimble of power, they will abuse it.
Hmm.
There's nothing that they won't do to try to have power over another person. They're the smallest human beings on earth, and it just seems that the school board is where these people populate. They really do.
Yeah.
They make
Yeah.
9,000 a year.
So it's obviously they're doing it just because they want to destroy people. Because what's 9 grand? That ain't shit. So you're doing
Yes,
this job just so you can abuse power. To me, that's what I
that's
think.
that is 100%. You're correct, sir. They're just there to abuse students. I believe. I believe they're all evil people, and we found out
Yeah,
Epstein was satanic, and I'm betting these people probably are as well.
yeah, I think so,
You
dude. I
you
think
you do
there's still
realize
three. Oh,
they
go ahead.
they had a transgender teacher's aide rape 6 children, molest 6 children, and
Doesn't surprise me, man.
the teachers union wouldn't allow the classroom to have a camera to monitor it, though the parents wanted it. And guess what? Within 2 months of them wanting the cameras in there, the sheriffs were able to find out that this guy was molesting the kids. And he went to jail. He tried to hang himself. He had all these like neck burns from where he tried to choke himself to death. And he was a tranny named John McAleer, and he's in all the papers, and he's awaiting trial on house arrest. He's on Bassford Road in Frederick, Maryland. John McAleer. You can go ahead
Go
and
get him.
Google it. And yes, listen, if you've got extra time and you want to do the world a favor, by all means, look into John McAleer. He's sitting there on house arrest, unable to possess a firearm due to pretrial release. So, have at it, boys.
Take like a little 5 minute break. I gotta take a leak
Sure.
all right. All right. Yeah,
Yep.
let's go. Let's go
Oh, we'll be
take
right
a
back.
pee. Be right back. Ooh,
All right, we're back. We're back for we. You know, we usually take a few more breaks, but not tonight. Sean's got a
Yeah,
lot
no,
to say.
we're cruising right through this stuff. So let's talk about this mooning. So what's the I can't believe you can moon and get away with it, or what got you started in, I mean, I love it. I love that you do it. What got you started in mooning these fucking
Some
assholes?
ash flash etiquette to be known.
Well, it's like this. The United States Supreme Court in 1973, in a case called Miller versus California, came up with what's called the Miller test for obscenity. And obscenity can't have political, artistic, scientific, or literary value of any kind when the work is taken as a whole. No pun intended. And so, if you go to New York City or San Francisco, you will see buildings with 5-story tall penises on the side of them, and they are artwork. And so you can't do anything about it. If you go to Key West, Florida, you will look in the window of an art gallery and see a giant cock, and there is nothing you can do about it. If I want to artistically express my grievances towards my government by pulling my pants down and showing my bare ass, I am 100% protected by doing so under the Miller test for obscenity. Now, in the state of Maryland, you're not allowed to show your genitals. However, that actually should also be protected by the Miller test for obscenity. However, I'm not going to be blazing that road in Maryland case law. I'm not going to be writing a political message on my penis that says "suck me" or something like that and showing it to some horrible politician like Hillary Clinton. So essentially, that was my inspiration. Then in 2006, there was a case in the state of Maryland versus McNeely where Judge DeBelius ruled that if it was illegal to show your bare ass, he would have to arrest half of the women on an Ocean City, Maryland beach in the month of July. And this was where an overzealous, idiotic prosecutor sought to jail a man for indecent exposure for mooning his Karen neighbor who was complaining about his lawn or something to that effect. And she had her 7-year-old daughter next to her. So they thought that proximity of a 7-year-old to a whiny, complainy, bitchy Karen somehow negated this man's First Amendment rights to express to her exactly how little he thought of her opinion. And so the case was tossed out, and that was Judge DeBelius, and that was in Montgomery County, Maryland. So that is the highest court in the land that looked at it. I believe that was an appeals court in Maryland.
Okay.
And long story short, it could have been a circuit court ruling. I don't know. But if you ask any police officer, they'll tell you that the law in Maryland, only genitalia will get you in trouble. But even that in San Francisco is actually allowed under the First Amendment, and the city of San Francisco allows full nudity because you're artistically expressing yourself.
I've seen it. They poop in the streets. There's apps to avoid the poop. It's like, dude.
At a certain point, we're just animals in the woods. At that point,
I'm a simple dude. I just want to be on Key West or like it's spring break in Fort Lauderdale, having chicks flash their tits at me. That's it. We don't have to go any further than that.
I was at spring break in Fort Lauderdale last spring. And I just videotaped passed out, 20-something-year-olds, laying on the sidewalk, and the cops were just driving by, ignoring them. And, it really is quite a show to see. But yeah, the New Orleans is where you probably want to go to see flashing of boobs.
I've been there, dude. It was 4 days there, and it was crazy, dude. Well, I had an old lady like 80 years old pull her pants down in front of me. It's like, and then the cops were on horseback.
Did you give her a 5-spot?
No, I didn't, dude. I told her to pull her pants back up. But there's cops on horseback riding through
and the cop comes up to Al and says, "Why didn't you give her a 5-spot, man? Help her out."
And he looked at her and he laughed and shit. I'm like, she just pulled her pants down, and
she's trying to get her life turned around, man. Help her out,
trying
man.
to get her
man.
some. She's hoping I'm drunk on hurricanes, and maybe we could go behind the dumpsters in the back or something. I don't know, but it was crazy, man.
Essentially, I am using this as a way to hijack attention from people who otherwise wouldn't give a damn about my political message and listen to what I have to say about my corrupt county commissioner, board president, Commissioner John Franklin Barr, the biggest corrupt douchebag to ever walk the earth. He is a local scumbag, and I first started by mooning him, and then he actually ended public comments.
He out-mooned him.
I started mooning him during hearings because they're legally required to hold hearings on certain items, and they have to allow public comment. So I would moon them during hearings, and then they stopped holding hearings. And now I show up before he walks into the commissioner meeting, and I moon him outside of the building in the parking lot, and I set up next to the parking space with a camera. He can't win.
Oh, that's so great, man. Dude, wow. Ray Gallagher.
It's just marketing.
You know what? Yeah. Speaking about marketing, you know what, Al, could you see him like dropping trow and like mooning one of these hearings, especially if it's a good crowd, and then there's like a nice like Motley Brew Show logo right on his ass.
Yeah, a little Motley Brew Show sticker on his ass. Yeah, we should send you some Motley Brew Show stickers and you can put those on your ass, dude. Yeah, let's do it, man.
And
So I'm
we'll
getting
give you
corporate
10% of the
sponsors.
proceeds.
Wait, what did you say,
All
Shaun?
right, I got corporate sponsorship. Awesome.
Yeah, there you go. We'll pay you, I don't know, $5 a pop. Every time you show your ass, we'll give you $5 a pop.
I think
That's it.
I think John Barr is going to be seeing a lot more ass. Let me tell you.
I think
That's
we have
cool.
to. I think we initially have to set this up with Max Winchester and Johnny Tracksuit first.
Yeah, it's a couple of our mafia dudes that we hang around with. They'll set it up for you, man. Oh,
Gotcha.
Jesus Christ, man. So hey, one of the best videos of all is there's it's a judge, I believe her name is Ray Gallagher. Is she a judge?
No. She's the board president of the Board of
Yeah.
Education.
Okay. So they wouldn't so he goes to this meeting and this lady, Ray Gallagher, is there and she's running the whole thing.
Not Roy Gallagher.
Yeah, or the Gallagher from the Shameless. It's not him either. Frank
Right,
Gallagher,
but
it's
Shaun
not him.
was basically he was Roy Gallagher at this hearing. He wasn't smashing watermelons and stuff like that, but he was smashing thoughts.
Yeah. So
Well,
this yeah,
all I can
tell
tell
us
you
about Ray Gallagher.
Well, Ray Gallagher went through a nasty divorce recently, and I publicized all of her court records. She was fighting over laundry baskets, a treadmill, and a paddleboard with her husband in a circuit court proceeding while she's president seeking reelection to the board. And I sent it to everyone in government via email just so they could mock
Wow.
how petty this woman is. And, I talked about her divorce during public comment. She didn't like it. And I went in one time
She's
and I
petty and a
identified as Ray
pedo.
Gallagher.
Yeah, so
She's
they wouldn't let you speak, and then you said that you identify as Ray Gallagher, and she was so pissed, and you kept going. You're not acknowledging my pronouns. I identify as Ray Gallagher. You kept doing it,
So
and
I
you just
signed
kept
up.
going hard, dude.
I signed up exactly as I'm required to, and I used the pseudonym of Ray Gallagher, which happens to be her name. And they have a policy that says you have to call the kids by whatever name they identify with that day or whatever pronouns that they prefer, regardless. And
That's what
as a
makes it so
result,
great, dude.
and they're such hypocrites that they couldn't even honor their own policy by calling me
Right.
their name. And they had me removed by police and deprived me of my right to free speech and humiliated me on a public stage. I mean, I was so embarrassed to be hauled off by police like that. It was so devastating. I was so embarrassed.
Yeah. Yeah, you looked like you
yeah.
were. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So how many
Yeah.
squad cars you been stuffed into over the last
A lot.
like year?
A lot. A lot.
Oh man, dude.
Yep.
Oh my God. Oh, it's so enjoyable watching you, man. Ah,
Well,
man.
they're giving me 100 million view videos where they're just shared on every social media platform, X, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. They go they go viral everywhere they go. They're on the Louder with Crowder. And that wouldn't happen if they respected my civil rights and followed the law. But they don't because they're filthy communist whores. And the end result is I get to humiliate them with their bad behavior. And then I try to one up their
Yes.
bad behavior with my own bad behavior in response to their bad behavior.
Bravo,
So,
dude. Bravo,
remember,
man.
People don't watch Nova. They don't watch public broadcasting. They watch Jerry Springer. So I got to bring it to them. And rest in peace, Jerry. He has died. He has left this earth, but his spirit lives on in my public comments.
You know what?
Boom.
We got an assignment for you. I think with your acumen and your fervor and your fever, I think you got to go to Washington and lobby to get the Redskins back on the name. I can see you in the Hall of Fame like 10 years from now because you got the Redskins
Yeah.
back on the thing, right?
Everybody wants the name back, and the Native Americans were not offended. They were honored by the name Redskins. I was on an Indian reservation in South Dakota, and they were telling me how stupid it was to change the name, and that they were insulted that the libtards changed the name, forced them to change the name, and took away something that honored their heritage.
Well, you know what? If I'm Karnak, you know what? Maybe, folks, 10 years from now, you're going to see Shaun Porter put on a jacket in Canton, you know, next to Joe Theismann and John Riggins, you
Number
know,
7.
for getting the name back.
I hear you. Well, look, I will work diligently to make that happen. And again, you guys have a lovely evening and weekend.
All right. Have a good night, bud.
See ya.
We got some how do you call it? We got some political science theater tonight. Holy shit.
Man, dude. That was
Shaun
incredible,
Porter,
dude.
if you fucking need him.
Wow. Yeah, that was fun, dude. That was very fast moving, very fast paced. We're not used to that. I don't think we told one dick joke the whole night.
Just
Maybe a
moon
couple
jokes,
tranny
ass
jokes.
jokes.
Oh, yeah, there was a few ass jokes. This guy, man.
Ass hattery.
Oh, man. Yeah. So there you go, folks. That's Shaun Porter, American Patriot. I'm calling him the Commie Slayer. We need many, many more people like him because these people need to be stopped, and I think he's on the path to doing just that. So,
Dude,
thank you,
he's
Shaun
like
Porter.
Yeah, dude, what a bomb throw. I love how his comedy venue is, you know, like to go to all these, you know, like meetings. Remember, like, I don't remember going to like board meetings, like when
We
Erica
didn't
was
need
going to
to
school.
because
No.
they weren't cutting the kids' dicks off when our kids were little.
No,
and
we
shit.
were just, yeah, especially cutting stuff off. We were lobbying to keep shop class. You know, like don't lose
That's-
this. Don't lose the wood shop or the metal shop. You know, cutting
Yeah,
wood.
that's
and cutting
right.
Metal.
That's what it was back then. Now it's don't cut my kid's dick off and don't give him pills and not tell me. That's what we're fighting right now. It's crazy, man. But we got Shaun Porter on our side, America, and man, he's the guy's got just balls, and he brings the receipts and he knows what he's talking about. And I just love it, and I'm so glad he came on. And wow, what a fun time.
Yeah, Shaun Porter, go catch him on YouTube and Facebook. Watch him just thrash the program.
Yeah. Okay,
Well,
laddie. I think that's-
Speaking about thrashing programs, don't forget to check out more episodes of the Motley Brew Show, and you know where to catch us. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, I don't know.
What, you know, like Spotify, iHeartRadio,
Oh, yeah.
Google, Amazon, Stitch, Twitch.
Facebook,
Yeah, all that.
Stitch. Anyways, all right, guys. Fun night, laddie. American Patriot, and yeah, good stuff. Yeah. All right. Good night, laddie. Love you.
Good night, John Boy. Holla!
Show, the Brew Show.